Alright everybody, what's going on? How you all doing? This chapter of 7 Deadly Sins was something I've been waiting for, and I honestly did not even think I would get it this chapter. Meliodas getting his true strength back, but before we get to that fight between King and Meliodas, while not being a full-out fight, was just awesome because we get to see a little bit more on King's powers. We get to see that he pretty much, since he has to keep the forests alive and all of that, he pretty much has the ability to control life and death pretty much. He is able to turn a cut into a wound. What was some of the other examples that were given to us? He was able to turn, to make a tumor much, much bigger. He was able to turn like a slight poison, like deadly or something like that. Like, King is much more of a badass than I honestly ever thought he would be. He is just, the more we go along in the 7 Deadly Sins, the more I like King. He is just a badass character. I love me and my Bond, but god damn, King is definitely up there as well as one of my favorite characters. But nobody beats Meliodas when King is able to take a water droplet from a stick and concentrate it into one spot and freaking fling it around all over the place, and then Meliodas tries to copy that, but with his demonic power, he brings it out, and then somehow he manages to concentrate the darkness into a small ball, and that's unfortunately where the druid, I believe druid, queen lady or whatever her name is, she decides to go ahead and stop it there and call them back out. I mean, that was just awesome, and it's kind of interesting to see that we have, like, first it was Bond and now it's King. These two are pretty much wondering what Meliodas is and what his true objectives are, and they're not really they're not going along with him right now because they trust him. They're going along with him right now to see what his true motives are, because right now Meliodas, they're kind of doing a thing where they're outweighing the positives to the negatives. Meliodas has done so much good things that they're not just going to flat out betray him right now just because he may or may not be a member of, or he may not be part of the demon clan or what have you. But they are very skeptical because he does in some form have a relationship with the 10 Commandments and knows that they were sealed like 3,000 years ago. It's awesome. It sucks to see like all these people just coming down on Meliodas, and I feel more and more going to be doing that as time goes on, but it's just, I hate seeing that, but it's just, I feel like it's a good story device to keep things moving along. And then when they leave the training cave, whatever it's called, and Meliodas finally gets his true strength back, and you get to see it, and I felt like this chapter did a good job on showing just how powerful Meliodas really is and what his true strength can do. It was awesome. You get to see it turn the whole sky just black, and then when Meliodas gets his true strength, the whole environment around them is just shaking, and then even the 10 Commandments feel it from however far away they are. They know it's Meliodas, and then you get to see, I can't wait till we get to see this power. We didn't really get to see it, but we got to see a very nice, well done piece of art of Meliodas standing there with pretty much the environment being shaped around, like being just like shaped around him. This was a pretty damn good chapter. Didn't really move. There was, in terms of events and moving things along, it didn't do that a lot. Pretty much the one big event that happened in this chapter was Meliodas getting his true strength back, and then we did get to see some insight on how King is thinking and get to see some of his powers and what he's truly capable of. King is looking like a badass too, and Meliodas is even looking more like a badass. Meliodas is one of my favorite characters in the manga. I love me some Meliodas, but I gotta give this chapter I would say I gotta give it about a 7 to an 8. I want to say probably in between there to a 7.5. This chapter didn't really move too many things along. It kind of stayed with one particular event, which was Meliodas getting his strength back. But we did get some insight into a few things, like what King is thinking, what his powers are, and stuff like that, and I really like that. Overall, this was a really good chapter, and I can't wait to see more of Meliodas and his true strength. I'm hoping we're going to get to see that next chapter. I have to imagine he's going to have to stretch it out a little bit since he hasn't used it for so long. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you guys like this video, if you guys give it a like or subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. And thank you all so much for the amazing love and support you left on all the previous videos. It has been amazing. I love you all, and I will see you all next time. I am out.